Please welcome Dr. Azmi Omar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Your Excellencies, the Finance Minister, Senator Muhammad Ishaq Dar, the Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, Mr. Ashraf Mahmood, Chairman, Center for Excellence in Islamic Finance, IBA, Dr. Ishrat Hussain, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It is a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you here today in Karachi, the financial hub of Pakistan, to the launch of the Islamic Finance Country Report for Pakistan with the theme, Innovation at Asia's Crossroad. The Islamic Finance Country Report for Pakistan is the 8th in the series of unbiased, in-depth, and market-oriented analysis of Islamic finance sector in a member country of the Islamic Development Bank Group. For your information, ladies and gentlemen, IRTI is one of the entities of the Islamic Development Bank Group. Our first Islamic Finance Country Report was Tunisia, launched in 2014. This year, we have launched Islamic Finance Country Reports for Sudan, late January this year, Indonesia in March this year, and today, Pakistan. These reports are now have become an industry reference and benchmark in their own right. I believe the Islamic Finance Country Report Pakistan is a critical and timely addition to this series given the development of the Islamic finance in Pakistan and in the wider region. I am personally grateful to His Excellency, the Finance Minister, the Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, Chairman SECP, the Securities Exchange Commission Pakistan, and Justice Taqi Usmani for their insightful interviews, and I'm sure this will help in setting the stage for the development of Islamic finance in Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of Islamic finance continues unabated despite the global economic and financial challenges that we face. And His Excellency, the Governor, mentioned this in the context of the development of Islamic finance in Pakistan. With Islamic finance industry fast approaching almost $2 trillion, the industry has been growing both in terms of breadth and depth with more institutions and greater geographic coverage. Despite the impressive growth rates of the global Islamic finance industry, however, as a young industry, it still faces many challenges. Among these include the lack of enabling environment, what we call the legal, regulatory, and supervisory framework, the product innovations, human capital issues, the issue of standardization, as being mentioned earlier on, and the issue of public awareness. For example, let me cite some of the findings of our recent study done by IRTI on the challenges faced by the Islamic finance industry in the IDB group member countries. If we look at the 57 member countries of IDB, this year we have 57, just in April we have only 56. The 57th country is Guyana that joined us in May this year. Out of the 57 member countries, only 20 member countries have regulation for Islamic banking. 20 countries, which means that not even 50% of the IDB member countries have regulation for Islamic banking. 19 member countries have Islamic capital market regulation or framework. And typically, when we talk about Islamic capital market, it refers to sukuk regulations. So only 19 countries. And only 17 member countries, 17 member countries have takaful regulations and framework. So just imagine if you want to develop Islamic finance industry in the remaining countries, a lot of work must be done in order to support these member countries. Next, if we look in the context of sukuk issuance, in the context of what we say product innovation, 63% of all member countries' sukuk issuance are based on wakalah. This is the international sukuk issuance. Wakalah, while most domestic sukuk issuance was structured on murabaha. Finally, if we look in the context of awareness, 73% of Islamic banks cited lack of awareness as a serious concern among populations, which means that we may have Islamic bank, but the public at large, the business community, may not be aware of the product offerings of Islamic banks. So realizing these challenges, IRTI, as a member of the Islamic Development Bank Group, we have taken a number of steps to help address some of these challenges. Among these, we are developing an IDB group blueprint and what we call the action plan or the roadmap for the Islamic finance development in member countries. What we meant is that we are developing a blueprint to look at what are the actions needed in order to support the development of Islamic finance in member countries. To give you an example, some of you may know where Suriname is located. I'm not sure whether you know where Suriname is located. Suriname is in South America, yet they are interested to establish an Islamic bank there. And our colleagues in IRTI and IDB Group have been going there to support that development. So as you can see, even a country as far as South America, the interest for Islamic finance is there. So the role of IDB is to support the development of Islamic finance in that particular country. Secondly, we are also working in the context of developing innovative sukuk structures. And as we know, one of the key challenges of issuing sukuk is the issue of asset, the requirement of having sufficient assets. And in many institutions and many countries, insufficient asset is the issue, not enough assets to issue sukuk. So we are looking at different types of sukuk structures in order to address this kind of issue. And finally, knowing that many people globally want to know Islamic finance, we at the IDB Group, through IRTI, we have worked with edX, that is the massive online open courses. We offered in February this year 2 courses on Islamic finance. This is again given for free if people want to learn about Islamic finance. We offered 2 courses last February, and this September another 2 courses. The 2 courses that we offered last February, they were 9,000 students globally. 9,000 students attended that course, coming from 126 countries globally. 126 countries are yearning to learn about Islamic finance. So just imagine, the interest for Islamic finance is coming across the whole globe. And therefore, the role of IDB is to support the development of Islamic finance. So we at IDB Group, including IRTI, IDB, our sister company ICD, ISAC, the insurance, the trade finance, are all looking at how we as a group support member countries in promoting, in developing Islamic finance. And that's our role, and we stand ready to support this interest by member countries. Not only member countries, but also countries that are interested to develop Islamic finance. So ladies and gentlemen, let us now come to the focus of this morning's session, that is the launch of the report, Islamic Finance Country Report Pakistan. So in terms of Pakistan, Pakistan is unique because it lies at the crossroads of the Silk Route from China to Central Asia and beyond to Europe. The Pak-China Economic Corridor Initiative will, inshallah, be the main center of prominence when it comes to trade and finance. By taking up the mantle of Islamic finance, I believe Pakistan has demonstrated a true vision of leadership to become the financial hub for this region. So with this strong political, geographic, and economic fundamental, Pakistan possesses an enormous untapped potential to become the powerhouse of Islamic finance in this region. Islamic finance is taking roots in Pakistan with the support of the government, as well as from other infrastructure institutions, including the State Bank of Pakistan, the Securities Exchange Commission. Besides the growth of Islamic finance asset, a sustained growth can be observed in regulations, highlighting new frameworks for Sharia governance for Islamic financial institutions, sukuk and takaful. The Islamic finance industry is establishing on strong footing, and we are confident that it has a strong potential for leading the international Islamic finance industry. I myself do not wish to preempt the findings and summary of the report that we presented shortly, but can assure the readers of the comprehensive coverage and in-depth analysis of this report. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the project team from IRTI, Thomson Reuters, for their tireless efforts to bring this report into fruition. I would also like to thank our exclusive strategic partner, the Center for Excellence in Islamic Education and Finance at the Institute of Business Administration, for their contribution and guidance throughout the process as the main collaborator. I would also like to thank the Islamic Banking Department of the State Bank of Pakistan for providing a comprehensive review of the report. Once again, on behalf of IRTI and the Islamic Development Bank Group, I would like to offer my heartfelt congratulations on the launch of the Islamic Finance Country Report Pakistan, and wish the participants and stakeholders fruitful deliberations for the coming session. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.